We totally forgot and left her at school.
Fail. Epic fail.
We are headed, Miss A and I are headed to a parent track meeting. She has been doing track for how long?
Don't know.
She's been really dedicated to the conditioning practices as well as the official practices that just started. Unfortunately, as soon as they started, we went on vacation, so she's missed a few days. But this is like an informational meeting, and since John and I don't know what's going on with school sports, and do you know what's going on?
No, ma'am.
So we are here. We're gonna figure it out. We just got back from vacation yesterday, so we are still unpacking, still getting settled in. We kind of rushed our dinner tonight, but we didn't eat out, so that's a win. Since we ate out all vacation. I know you wish we would have just eaten out. But yeah, so we're trying to get back in the swing of things, and I will fill you in on what we learned about school sports and what they expect of us. It was kind of hectic getting her all like figured out, but once we got past a few hoops, it was smooth sailing. And so now we get to figure out how to be parents of a high schooler who's in athletics. So let's see how this goes. All right, so last night was the parent info meeting for sports, and this is like all new to us, so even though it was pretty basic, it was information that we had no idea like what was going on. Obviously, like with our family dynamic, we went from having 2 little kids to all of a sudden having a high schooler, and we didn't like ease our way into sports. We just kind of like were thrown in. So these types of meetings are like incredibly helpful to us. So now we know about uniforms, about how they communicate practices and weather, pictures, which Miss A says she doesn't want, but we're gonna get them for her. She also doesn't want to get any of the spirit wear because she said when she goes back to her old school that she doesn't want to wear it. So there's things that kind of happen where, you know, yeah, this is a temporary school and there's a lot of uncertainty, which causes conversations like that. But also she's really mindful and doesn't want us to waste our money. So it was like a really helpful meeting, and I went with her. I got to meet one of her friends and got to meet her coaches, who are really, really nice and funny and super laid back. And then today...
Yeah?
I was on the phone with Miss A's therapist because she was on her way to our house to have her session, because we have sessions at the house, which is amazing that we don't have to... Okay.
And by the way, that is a typical thing for foster kids. I think just about every foster kid they assign a therapist to.
Yeah.
So it's not like a
yeah, it's
unique thing.
Because every kid who's coming into foster care is going to have the trauma of being removed. So therapy is always going to help them through that situation.
Nice socks. You gotta get a shot of those. Are they slippers or are they socks?
I didn't know. I just put them on my feet. It was cold.
It is March, and she's wearing sandals.
I'm cold.
So I was on the phone with her, and all of a sudden I get a call from Miss A, and I was like, oh, she must have gotten my text that her therapist is on the way. And I get on the phone with her, and I could tell in the background that there were kids, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're at practice, and we are not anywhere close to picking you up. So we left her, we totally forgot and left her at school.
Fail. Epic fail.
Total fail. And this was after the therapist had just told us that we were doing a great job, and I had to call her back and be like, I know you just said we're doing awesome, but we left her at school after practice. Are you someone who's allowed to pick her up? Because not everybody can just go and pick up your kiddo. And luckily she was. So she is one of the people who can, you know, pick her up. Yeah. So one of the people that like could pick her up and, you know, take her to a visit or, you know, they could actually have their
Transport.
to transport. They could actually have their session somewhere else outside of the home. Luckily, she was really cool with it, and otherwise, John was only like 10 minutes away, so it wasn't a huge deal. But it was pretty crazy.
They made it seem like it was bad. Like,
Nobody forgot you?
yeah.
It is bad.
That is bad.
But like to me, I was just chilling, and like I had a lot of turf on my tights, so I was just picking it off. And like my message didn't go through, so I called, and then it was somebody looking at me like in the car, and I was scared, so I like made sure like they heard it. I was on the phone.
Oh, look at her being smart. You hear that?
And like,
So smart.
like to let them know.
That's
But
smart.
yeah, I was just chilling, picking up turf.
So we are gonna go through some of our vacation footage and try to put some of that together so you can see about what led up to us leaving on vacation, what our trip was like, and obviously this is kind of showing you how we're trying to get back into a routine. Luckily we have HelloFresh tonight, so we're eating good because I have not thought about meal prepping or even going grocery shopping. So yeah. Anyway, make sure you like and subscribe and comment below and tell us what you want us to talk about next time. All right, bye.
Bye.